Welcome back to my channel. My name is Nadine Lee and I am the founder of Tantric Alchemy. And in today's video, I'm going to be talking to you all about the jade egg. So what is a jade egg, how to use it, and how to care for it. Basic care techniques and tips to get the most out of your jade egg practice. So what is a jade egg? This is a jade egg right here. It is a semi-precious stone made out of nephrite jade, and it is an ancient Taoist practice, practice that was used originally by queens and concubines of the ancient Chinese civilizations. And the main reason for using it was to awaken sexual energy and cultivate sexual energy for youthfulness. And so this was only accessible for, queens and concubines at the time. And it's a practice that is now, coming into the mainstream world for the everyday woman. And we're reviving these secrets and these tips of ancient wisdom into our everyday culture. So what is it? It's an egg, and it's worn inside of your vagina, combined with breathing, sounding, and movement techniques. And what we're doing essentially through this practice is by inserting this crystal egg and doing breathing, sounding, and movement techniques, is essentially we are toning the pelvic floor region of our body. And so when pelvic floor muscles are toned and secure as a woman, then we are experiencing a sealing of our life force energy. And so when that energy is sealed, it's able to be circulated through the body as opposed to be leaking out. And this is why we experience one of the main benefits is feeling more energized, more youthful, reversing aging. This is an anti-aging product right here. Mantak Chia, the ancient Taoist master, talks about, a woman's vitality in her face is linked to her vitality of her womb and her vagina. And this is why, because when those muscles are toned and healthy, you are sealing off that life force energy, and you're not going to be leaking it out unconsciously, and also leaking it out through your menstrual period. So some of the benefits, are the things I've just mentioned, as well as releasing trauma. So, think about it, it's like an internal massage of your vagina. And so, like any muscle in your body, we store tension, we store memories, we store emotional, suppressed emotions literally in our body tissues, in the fascia and in the organs. And it's the same inside of our vaginas. We're storing so much emotional debris and baggage, in the very womb itself and the vagina. And it's not a place that's normally massaged, only, maybe during sex and, if you're self-pleasuring yourself. But by doing this practice in a more intentional, conscious way, helps you really release stuck emotions. And when these emotions are released, it frees up so much more energy inside of you to become more orgasmic and feel more pleasure and more aliveness in your body and more creativity as a woman. So that's another benefit. Another major benefit is balancing your hormones. So the properties of the jade specifically, there's a reason why the Taoists use jade as the egg of choice for this, and it's because jade itself, nephrite jade, is the most dense stone, and it's believed to be the most balanced in terms of yin and yang properties, in terms of the masculine and feminine properties, the lunar and solar properties. So this yin and yang. And so because of that, it's really working with balancing, the whole entire energetics of the womb and the ovaries and the hormonal systems and your endocrine system by using the egg. So we experience, balanced hormones and, feeling more, when your hormones are balanced, everything is balanced in the body. And another benefit is really awakening this primordial energy, this Shakti energy. So when we're working with toning this pelvic floor and activating these muscles during the practice, you're really activating this Kundalini energy, which is a powerful energy that's laying dormant at the base of the spine, that's wanting to be unleashed. And when this energy is unleashed through practices like the Jade Egg, like yoga and certain Tantra practices, then we start to experience our fullest potential. We awaken different creative gifts, we awaken different energy centers in our body, and start to experience life in its fullness. So, there are many benefits that can be had from using this Jade Egg on the physical level, the spiritual, and the emotional level, and metaphysical levels. And so a quick tip on how to care for it. So with the Jade Egg, you want to start with a drilled egg. So it's got a drill either through the top or down the center. And this helps with doing the practices to begin. So helps with isolating the muscles in the yoni, and also overcoming any fear of, maybe if there's a fear of getting the crystal lost inside of your vagina, even though you can't lose the crystal inside of your vagina, because the crystal egg cannot go any further than your cervix. The cervix never opens, it only opens when you give birth. So it will never get lost inside of you, but the string helps you have a bit of reassurance, and also helps with the practices of isolating the muscles, as I mentioned. And so you want to learn how to string it first. So string the egg, clean it with, never pour boiling water on your crystal eggs. This damages the properties of the crystal itself. So using warm soapy water, cleaning it with some natural soap like Bronner's or a natural soap is enough, and making sure to blow through the hole before you use it each time. And you can cleanse it energetically with some Palo Santo or sage or frankincense, just to really cleanse out. And before you use it, you want to set your intention. So what is your intention for your practice? So each time you use it, like you do with each time you practice yoga, you're going with a new intention. So maybe one time you're using it to heal some sexual trauma or sexual abuse you might have experienced, or another time it might be for manifestation, or another time it might be for releasing a past lover out of your body and your womb itself, or maybe it's about experiencing more pleasure. And then you're going to combine it with the practices, and these practices are very comprehensive and quite it's a journey, it's an initiation into this practice. And so you don't just insert the egg straight away. There's a series of preparatory practices that are always advised to do before you begin using the Jade Egg, which is all about purification. So purifying your energy first, and then starting to introduce the egg slowly. But we want to start to learn the basics of purifying the energy of the body. So we're working with a clear, vital energy and learning how to circulate that through our body, as opposed to just putting this in and working with, gunky energy, or as a result of stuck emotions. So it's good to do a purification practice first before you use the egg. And so if you want to learn more about how to use the egg, rituals around using the egg, and some specific practices, head over to my website at www.tantricalchemy.net and have a look at my online courses, the Temple of the Womb and the Creatrix, which are both all about this, all about awakening the womb power and integrating the Jade Egg practice, and going deeper into specific practices on how to make the most out of this egg and really activate that Shakti power and that life force energy that wants to be unleashed within you. So thank you for joining, and make sure to subscribe.